Hello there, my name is Nazire Mate. AfriLance is a full Web3 freelance marketplace that integrates milestone-based, stablecoin escrow, and on-chain work verification. It addresses Africa's cross-border payment, frictions within a non-custodial, transparent, and blockchain-secured workflow. In sub-Saharan Africa, remittance fees average 8.2% and settlement can take several days. Only 43% of adults hold a bank account. These barriers limit participation in trillion-dollar global freelance economy. Traditional platforms rely on custodial, escrow, opaque, disputes, and high fees. AfriLance replaces this with stablecoin-dominated, event-driven smart contracts. The platform is built on Django and Postgres for marketplace logic. Each finalized project deploys a dedicated milestone escrow contract on the Sepola testnet using Web3.py. Deliverables are hashed and stored via IPFS. Front-end interactions use Ether.js, and all critical lifecycle events are logged on-chain for auditability. Reputation is represented as a non-transferable ERC style SBT minted after verified completion. Security and economics. Escrow contracts are non-custodial. Funds move only through explicit milestone approvals. Each transaction is observable via Etherscan, including gas and balances. This structure reduces reliance on centralized intermediaries and lowers effective cost compared to Web2 marketplaces. AfriLance is feature complete, including dashboards, proposals, messaging, escrow, and reputation NFTs. The platform is deployed on Sepola and undergoing internal testing. Next phase includes broader testnet pilot, code review, and liquidity preparation for a stablecoin mainnet rollout. This is a platform that connects freelancers and also employers who want certain work. So in this is our homepage whereby I can see where I'm logged in. I can see my account in there, my MetaMask account, since we are using blockchain. And then we also have the dashboard. So it gives information for the freelancers and also for employers. So I'll just go to my dashboard. So I'm viewing this as an employer. So as an employer, I've uploaded this project. I'm in need of someone who will do this 3D design for me. So this is my budget. This is what I'm willing to pay the freelancer. And then the status shows open, and then it shows Nazire as the person who's employing, and then also my profile. So it shows my information. So my company is Novatech. And then once I'm sure about this project now, I can then allow for freelancers to use this platform. So freelancers can then come in to the project. So this is a freelancer account. It's also logged in with their MetaMask account. So we can view the information about the freelancer. So it shows that they are a Vertex 3D design studio. Then they have skills of 3D printing. So that now as a freelancer, I want to get a job. So I can just click view details on the job that has been posted by someone, which is Nazire in this case. So I can then see the product description, and then I can go to submit my proposal. So first I would need to put in the cover letter on what I'll be delivering, and then also I can put a bid amount. So it depends on how much I'm willing to get paid as a freelancer. Then I can submit the proposal. So once it has been submitted, it will show that message showing that it has been submitted. So again, it shows you even the employer who's doing this, so for the freelancer to know who they're actually doing this work for. So it just shows the important information, important status in there. And then now if I go back and log in as the employer, I can then now see the proposals which I've received. So we've received one from James, and then if maybe I don't agree with something or I want to counter offer, I can message James and we can go back and forth until we reach an agreement. And then if we don't reach an agreement, which means the deal would be off, But then if I'm satisfied with the proposal, I can then just go ahead and accept it. So once it's accepted, so it will change the status to in progress. And then one thing is that we use milestones to define the project. So a milestone is whereby the freelancer will need to complete certain things to achieve that milestone, since this is an escrow-based application. So then we would add a milestone which says 3D print job for 30 USD, and then we're going to save the changes. I can choose to delete if I want to, but that should be fine for now. We're going to save the changes, and then we'll now prepare to finalize and deploy to escrow. So escrow just hold the funds in escrow, so that no one, the freelancer doesn't get to use the funds without completing the job. So I can click deploy to escrow, and then do ask for a confirmation message, and then I would click OK. And then once I'm done with my milestones, I can then now verify that everything is correct, and then I can go ahead to the employer dashboard now. So now it shows that the status is in funded in escrow. So it also shows project milestones. So these milestones will depend on if the freelancer does a job. So I can choose to approve. So I'll approve that milestone as completed. So again, it will open my MetaMask, and then I'll go ahead and confirm on the MetaMask, and so it shows the transaction in here, shows the transaction hash, it shows who is spending, shows the network with this, which is Sepolia. And then once I'm sure, I can confirm. So I can confirm my escrow payment. So after confirming, it should change now the status. If I just refresh, it should show that this milestone has been approved. So it shows that the transaction, so it shows a notification also notifying that we have completed this type of a milestone. And then after approving, I can then now have the option to deposit. So again, it shows that the status is funded in escrow. Again, it also aligns with my MetaMask account, so everything is just connects my MetaMask account with the freelancer's one. So again, now we can then deposit for milestone, which means now we want to now deposit to ensure that the freelancer can get paid. So again, we open our MetaMask, and then going ahead, there's transaction fees, and then again we can confirm the deposit. So again, that should load, and then just it shows us the transaction has been confirmed. And then going ahead now, it shows a release button, meaning that will be then when the freelancer has completed the job. Again, the status stays on funded in escrow. Again, every step depends on both parties doing their duties. So now if I go to now dashboard, so now this is the freelancer's dashboard. So this is James' dashboard. So it shows him the information. So it shows that now the project status is funded in escrow. So to show that this project was also funded by the employer, who is Nazire. So if I go back to now the employer dashboard, we can try to complete this whole interaction or transaction. So we will go to release. We'll release funds now, meaning that the funds will be released from the escrow to the freelancer's account. So again, we use MetaMask. MetaMask will show the transaction. So it shows estimated changes. It shows the network fee, the speed, and then we can just go ahead and confirm that. Again, wait for it to load, and then if we refresh, it should now show us that the funds have been released. So it shows that the release has been successful and shows completed. So this would mean that now the freelancer has completed the job, and then as a employer can offer a review just to review them, review the freelancer, suggestions on what they can improve. So this review would be now posted on a blockchain explorer. Again, you can also explore the transaction here, so it shows that the interaction was confirmed. It shows the approved MTT, and then it just provides as an information to prove that this interaction did happen, and it shows that funds were released. And then if I now go to dashboard as the freelancer, I'll see that the status was accepted and the project is completed. So now this would mean that as a freelancer, I've now completed the job and I've received my funds without having any disputes, without having any issues of someone not getting paid or someone not attending to their duties. So it holds everyone accountable, holding also the employer accountable to also release funds, and then holding also the freelancer to also deliver the job. And then we can just mint, but for now won't do that. So this is the whole idea of AfriLance. It brings that innovation, it brings that transparency and fairness on the platform. So if I click view project again, it just shows the history of that project. If I go to dashboard, I can then find if I want to find another work. So that work has disappeared since now it has been completed. Again, if I come to James account, which is a freelance account, we show the history, we show the jobs which I've completed, and this is all saved on the blockchain. So that's how AfriLance works, and we're excited for you to try this application. We are seeking enterprise pilot partners, stablecoin ecosystem collaborators, and external reviewers for contract security. AfriLance demonstrates how decentralized infrastructure can support borderless, low-friction digital work for African talent. I invite you to explore the live demo through the QR code.